Hello, I am Joan Gardner, Chair of the Acton Board of Selectmen. I am pleased to present the following information about Article 2, the Town Operating Budget for the June 29, 2020 annual meeting. This year, we are pre-recording our presentations to give residents more time to review the information ahead, since presentations at the meeting will be limited. If you have any questions about this presentation, please contact the town manager at manager@actonmass.gov. Our goal is to provide answers to questions in advance of town meeting to help our voters be as prepared as possible. This has been an unprecedented time. The COVID-19 pandemic is unlike anything we have seen for 100 years. It has impacted our residents, our businesses, and our way of life. Our local government maintained operations while actively responding to this crisis. While we were engaged in the response to a pandemic, we also were taking several measures to ensure financial stability in the current year and as we plan for future years. We have seen no deterioration of our collection rate due to the effects of the pandemic. This is outstanding news and points to the amazing support and resiliency of our taxpayers. As we close our year on June 30th, 2020, we are on sound, solid financial footing. We have been planning for the Fiscal 21 budget since last summer, as we do every year. The Board and Finance Committee already had an approved budget ready for the April 6th town meeting, but then the pandemic hit. At that point, we postponed town meeting and worked actively to respond to the crisis as a community. While we have changed a lot of things about how we operate our government, the goals for the budget year remain the same. The goals for the budget are to maintain services, innovate, pursue town goals, reduce reliance on reserves. We also work closely with the Acton Leadership Group to ensure the budget fits into a multi-year financial planning model. While the pandemic has created new expenses and requires new programs, we are confident that the federal funds allocated toward Acton will cover these increases in Fiscal 21. The pandemic created a disruption in our lives and in our local government. In many cases, disruption led to innovation. Here are a few examples of how we have innovated. These innovations helped us maintain local services and operations during this unprecedented time. Many of these new programs are here to stay. In Acton, we have strong reserves consistent with our AAA-rated communities, and our collection rates are outstanding as we move forward to Fiscal 21. In terms of the revenue picture for Fiscal 21, our teams has lowered revenue growth estimates for our non-property tax revenues to Fiscal 20 levels. We are adopting a defensive stand, essentially in a holding pattern, as we await word on Fiscal 21 state aid support. This information is due out in late fall 20, early winter 21. This budget funds all the primary services for the town of Acton citizens. It contains allotments for essential municipal services, such as our nursing service and our health department. It covers our EMS and public safety services that have become so very important to keep us all safe. Budget highlights include maintaining existing staff levels, reducing reliance on reserves. We are continuing to address our OPEB liability. Also, we are working very hard as an organization to leverage state and federal programs to support town projects. We have received more than $1.1 million in grants and earmarks in the last 2 years, and we will continue to pursue these opportunities. We are also addressing standing capital needs and high priority projects for the Board of Selectmen and the community. We are building sidewalks. We are implementing the board's environmental sustainability policy. Here is the fiscal 21 budget as compared to the fiscal 20 budget. The total municipal spending accounts for an increase of 2.34% over last year. We as a town remain strong socially and financially. The board is confident that the fiscal 21 budget proposed is sufficient to provide all necessary services to protect and care for our over 22,000 residents, and we ask for your approval.